Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach, back here with another reaction video. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, turn them noties on it. Make sure y'all follow the socials on screen. Much appreciated. I give days and man above for another day. God bless. I love y'all, man. Yeah, let's get right into it. The Diamondbacks acquired Nolan Arenado from the St. Louis Cardinals.
Major League Baseball, the Arizona Diamondbacks are acquiring third baseman Nolan Arenado in a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals. Arenado, an eight-time All-Star, has 2 years and $42 million left on his deal. The Cards will reportedly be picking up $31 million of that salary. Taking a look at the trade details right here. So St. Louis, they are going to get Jack Martinez.
St. Louis will pay $31 million of remaining $42 million in 2025. This is a win for the
D-backs. Let's welcome in our baseball analyst, Will Middlebrooks, for more on this. Well, the Cardinals have been trying to deal and move Arenado for more than a year. Why did that deal happen now?
I think at this point they knew it was... last year they tried so hard to make it happen with the Boston Red Sox, and that seemed like at the time it was the best suitor because of the farm system, the amount of talent they had within their system that they were willing to part ways with. But then the Boston Red Sox signed Alex Bregman. I'm sure we'll talk about that later in this segment too, because they don't have him anymore. But this was the time for the Cardinals to do this. I mean, the St. Louis Cardinals, if you look at their organization and their history, they haven't had a total reset of their organization in 30 years, and that's something to be proud of. But this is a team that basically, I guess you could say, invented the farm system along the way and developing players and getting them your homegrown guys to the big leagues. And they haven't done that a whole lot lately. And if you look at the guys they traded, and Wilson Contreras, Sonny Gray, now Nolan Arenado, these are guys that by the time the St. Louis Cardinals are going to be competitive again, which they haven't been for a couple years,
time to move on.
Those guys are going to be past their prime. They're going to be at the end of those contracts, so why not get something for them now? Now, they just got that one player that you just mentioned, but it's somewhat of a unload of the salary, unload of the payroll. They're trying to clear some way for some of these younger players, like I just talked about. The Nolan Gormans, the J.J. Weatherholds,
the Cardinals got to pay
even a Brendan Donovan, a guy like that, if they don't move him, because there's been a lot of trade talks about him as well, speculation of him going to multiple teams. But it opens up the door for these younger players to get their reps at the big league level, and at some point, somewhat reset your organization and get back to where you need to be.
I want to go deeper into Arenado. His numbers have been sliding the past couple of years. He's turning 35 in April. You talk about the age of these players. Is there any concern about his performance dropping off? And does this move get the Diamondbacks any closer to the Dodgers in the NL West? I mean, tough division over there.
I don't think so. I mean, this isn't going to move the needle when we're talking about the Dodgers to the over-under set at about 100. This isn't going to move the needle when we're talking about the Dodgers to the over-under set at about 100 for their wins and losses. And the San Diego Padres are still a very good team, even though they're trying to unload payroll as well. Even the Giants are getting more competitive this offseason, and they added Rafael Devers last year. So they're a better team as well. I still think this is a fourth-place team in that division. I love Torey Lovello. I love Mike Hazen. I love Ariel Sawade. All these guys in that front office that were here in Boston when I was a minor leaguer over here. I love them, but they lack the talent to compete. Now, Arenado, yes, he has declined. This happens. Father Time is undefeated. It always will be. He's not the same guy, but he doesn't have to be when you're only paying him $16 million over 2 years, and St. Louis is eating most of that. You're going to use, we talk about youth and how important that is in these clubhouses for all teams across baseball right now. You bring a guy in like Arenado with his pedigree and his resume and his presence in a clubhouse, and he joins a Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte and a team that has a younger presence. You need guys like that.
See what I'm saying?
Big brother aspect in that clubhouse. He'll play a part of that. He's still a competitive player. He can still hit 20 home runs. He can still play above average defense. I need to see it to believe it, because like you said, Jenny, the last 2 years he hasn't looked great.
Yeah,
so this move also, it's going to have some ripple effects across the league. There was some talk about the Boston Red Sox could potentially be interested in Arenado after losing Alex Bregman.
It's a solid bad though.
Got to ask you, what's Boston's plan at third base now?
It's a win for the Cardinals too to get rid of him.
Oh boy, this has been a fun couple days as a Red Sox guy. You know, looking at the whole Bregman situation, from the reports that are coming out, the money was there. The 5 years, $165 million offer was there. It was the line in the sand that the Boston Red Sox drew that said, we will not give a no trade clause The deferral
Yeah, what do y'all
money,
think the Red Sox are going to do at third base since they lost
way less
Bregman,
of what the Cubs were going to give him. So he took that deal, obviously. Puts the Red Sox in a weird spot now. Do they go after Bo Bichette to play second base, and Marcelo Meyer can be their everyday third baseman who's very good defensively? He also hadn't played more than 80, 90 games in a season. These injury bugs got him throughout his minor league career. He's still young. He just debuted last year. There's a lot of question marks there. Do they go get Bichette? When they don't pay the money for Bregman, which I felt like they should have, how are they going to pay Bo Bichette? He's 28 years old, so he's probably going to get around the range that Bregman got, between $32 and $35 million a year. You add 4 years of that since he's just 28 years old instead of Bregman's 32. We're looking at a 9-year, $315 million deal. If that gets competitive with some of these markets and some of these teams, you're looking at a 10-year, $350 million deal. The last time the Red Sox
better hope they can get
traded Mookie Betts.
Are they really?
They didn't retain Xander Bogaerts. They made a panic move and signed a bad contract to Rafael Devers. Now, right now it hurts, but down the road they're going to look back and say it was a good deal. We got rid of that Devers contract. But do they panic here and press the button on Bichette? They're going to have to do something because that fan base is losing it.
Yeah.
Like you said, the last time that the Red Sox lost a big player, you're going to name yourself. But hey, here we are.
They chose to trade me. It was probably
Just kidding, William. All right, thanks for your insight with this one as we broke down the breaking news in Major League Baseball.
But that's going to do it for this reaction. Diamondbacks acquired Nolan Arenado from the St. Louis Cardinals. It's pretty much just a salary dump, pretty much, from St. Louis. And obviously, he's been declining, but I still think, it's a good move for the D-backs. They're kind of a young team. They're not that young, but they get a veteran guy in there like Arenado. I mean, he can still hit 20 home runs. But he's been declining. But I don't know. It's a win-win for both teams, in my opinion. But yeah, and then what are the Red Sox gonna do, bro? Because now Arenado's gone. Bregman obviously left, went to the Cubs. You still got Bichette out there, but if they couldn't get Bregman, bro, what thinks they're gonna get Bichette? So I mean, you got teams out there like the Dodgers who might take Bichette. I don't know. Still a lot of offseason left, but still a lot of good names out there. But yeah, we will see. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do y'all think about this trade? Like I said, it's just a salary dump from St. Louis, pointing things. And then, they get a right-handed pitcher, Jack Martinez back. Player for player swap. But yeah, make sure y'all follow the socials. I really much appreciate it. I love you all about. Peace.